Summer doesn't officially start until June 20th, but it's already made its way into the Northland. Yeah, Darren, like you mentioned, the president touched on a number of different topics this afternoon, beginning and ending his message with the war happening in Ukraine. And Maine is not alone. That flexibility is becoming a motivator for many people looking for jobs here in the Twin Ports. So many powerful speakers and members of the Indigenous community were there to talk about how far they've come over the years and the work that still needs to be done to fully promote visibility and recognition in the Twin Ports. One topic that was spoken about was education. With the rising cases, the Hibbing school system sent a notice to parents last Friday saying that students are now required to wear masks indoors regardless of vaccination unless they have a medical exemption. We have a very special guest with us today. This is Finley, the Bernedoodle. He is about 10 months old and he's very excited to be at Grandma's. If you're a consumer looking to leave the dealership with a car the same day, don't get your hopes up. Darren, just when we think we got a handle on the detours, more are coming our way. As you can see right beside me here, what used to be Lower Michigan Street has now changed to a detour for southbound I-35. I'm Mariam Mackar here with meteorologist Brandon Weathers on a very special day.
March 10th makes Mario Day. Should we try a little song here? 2 degrees at 9 a.m., rising to 14 by 1 p.m.
Amazing, Brandon.
Next year we'll try again.
With more people moving to the area, a lack of homes, and an overall rush to own, many buyers are scrambling to make offers just to get a shot at closing in the area. So with me now are two of those vendors who are gearing up from the event. Tyler Shiro from Blacklist Brewery and Ben Hughes from Ursa Minor. So thanks both for joining us today. We really appreciate it. So Tyler, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see from Blacklist at the event this year?
That's going to be the focus. Ice first, eventually some snow.
Okay, so in all of those things, we have to start worrying about to your morning commute, really, because it's starting soon.
Yeah, give yourself plenty of time and keep in mind that by the evening, likely going to be getting sloppy as well because that mix turns to snow, so the ice accumulation could then be followed by a sloppy couple of inches.
Right, yeah, and our chief meteorologist, Justin Miles, will be tracking that later tonight as well.
As it unfolds, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
Yeah, so keep following along with us. And we also have a school closing to keep you aware of this morning. Mayor Cuffey is confident that they will be able to relocate all of the residents to hotels tonight. And as for the boiler issues, they're not sure when that will be resolved. With you in Virginia, Mariam Mackar for WDIO News.
When I came here 20 years ago, no one, just few people knew what is Ukraine, but now everyone knows about Ukraine.
The crisis unfolding overseas is personal for Lilia Kacharova.
And it's not only my parents, I have my brother and his first child will be born in early April. I have my cousins, my aunts, a lot of friends.
She moved to Minnesota 2 decades ago with her husband. Now, Kacharova is a mother of 2 and a chemistry professor at the College of St. Scholastica and Lake Superior College, watching the possibility of war unfold from across the sea.
It's really scary to watch what's going on there, but people in Ukraine, I don't know, they are so brave.
She tries to stay in contact with her family as much as possible while they wait to see what happens.
We have Zoom meeting with my family every Sunday. I was so nervous.
She says her family talks lightly of the potential invasion now.
They do just their jobs, enjoy free time, and they just don't talk about war.
Trying to live their lives as normally as possible in the meantime.
I really don't know what to do when war will start with Ukraine because my parents even don't have passports, so they can't go anywhere, only in Ukraine. So that's really hard because I can't help. So
Kacharova saying Russia's potential takeover of Ukraine won't be the last threat from Putin.
Ukraine is only first country, but there will be next, and you don't know when he will stop because he'll probably never stop.
For now, she watches from Duluth, hoping the crisis doesn't reach her loved ones in Ukraine.
So Ukrainian people, they want to fight, so they want to protect their territories, and I hope we will win.
With you in Duluth, I'm Mariam Mackar for WDIO News.
The Blotnick Bridge, just one of the Twin Ports structures mentioned by the president this afternoon. Our Mariam Mackar followed along with the president's visit today.
Darren, President Biden covered a lot of ground today, talking about international relations and even inflation. But the basis of his visit was, like you mentioned, to push for infrastructure investments that he passed into law just 100 days ago.
Hello, Wisconsin.
Welcomed by state governors and senators from Wisconsin and Minnesota, President Biden began his nationwide tour in Superior this Wednesday. The president started his speech by talking about Russia's invasion in the Ukraine before diving into the basis of his visit, his sweeping goal of infrastructure investment.
America used to have the best infrastructure in the world, the best bridges, roads, airports, etc. Now our infrastructure ranks number 13 in the world, according to the World Economic Forum. You can't compete for jobs in the 21st century if we don't fix that.
As part of his trip to the Twin Ports, President Biden mentioning key aspects of the Northland in need of investments, including funding for the Port of Superior.
We're also doubling the investment we're making in our ports, including the Port of Duluth Superior, which was awarded $8.4 million grant to make critical improvements.
Alongside of strengthening our ports, the president highlighting the $1 billion investment heading to the St. Louis River and Great Lakes restoration, citing the Soo Locks as another source to be funded.
7,000 vessels and 90% of America's iron ore move through those locks every year. In January, I announced nearly $500 million to upgrade the Soo Locks.
The president ending his message by saying he believes the country is stronger now than it was a year ago.
We're going to demonstrate to the whole world, no one can split this country. Thank you all so very much. Thank you.
The president also extending his full support to Ukraine during his visit today, also mentioning topics like aiming to solve the record inflation we're seeing and creating more manufactured goods and jobs here in the U.S. Darren? Nearly 150 people are left without a home this Wednesday night and are relocated to the Iron Trail Motors Event Center right behind me as boiler issues have caused 2 residential buildings to be left without heat.
Well, I think it's terrible. I mean, first time in my life I ever got evacuated from the building. It should never happened.
The Columbia and Rushlow housing complex has been evacuated due to those boiler issues. Officials say a water line break in the area is also prolonging the problem, forcing local law enforcement to relocate the residents for the time being.
And we have a trained professional staff of firefighter paramedics. We have an ALS service. And then the St. Louis County Rescue Squad has been an invaluable asset to us as well.
147 residents of those buildings have been moved to the event center until area hotels and motels are contacted for longer-term temporary housing.
We're looking at the Comfort Inn, the American Inn, the Quality Inn, which is the old Coates Hotel, and then we may have to reach out to hotels beyond the immediate local area to accommodate.
Mayor Cuffey is confident that they will be able to relocate all of the residents to hotels tonight. And as for the boiler issues, they're not sure when that will be resolved. With you in Virginia, Mariam Mackar for WDIO News.
I should have took it, just got the shot, so I might not have had to go through something like this. For me, is probably one of the things that's frustrating because it's something so simple to do, and yet, I'm like everybody else, like, oh, I'm not going to get it. I'm perfectly healthy.
Jeremy Voss has been in the ICU, struggling to breathe on his own for a week.
Came here, I had on not only this mask here, but I also have another breathing mask here.
On October 28th, after feeling intense fatigue and breathlessness, he had his daughter drive him to the hospital to discover he was experiencing his first symptoms of COVID-19.
By the time I got out of the truck, I could barely walk from the truck to the chair in the ER without, just about passing out.
His wife, Monica, was admitted to the same COVID ICU just down the hall from Jeremy 1 day later.
The most frustrating thing is my wife and I can do absolutely nothing right now in our life. Our kids are home, our 3 teenagers are home, they're stuck, driving the cars or paying the bills or, cooking for each other and trying to help each other do their homework. and we can't be there.
The Voss parents are not vaccinated, a decision Jeremy says he wishes he made differently.
My dad got COVID when we got COVID, and he's 74. He has emphysema and COPD, and he lost consciousness Thursday night as well. He took the vaccine, and he gets there, and they basically get him up to his oxygen levels, and they told him that the vaccine saved his life that night, and they kept him overnight, and then they released him, and he's perfectly normal right now, sitting at home.
Jeremy urging those who are putting off getting the vaccine to do it.
If people are putting it off thinking it's not going to be them, it's going to be you. Knowing what I know now, having happened what happened now, it's just not worth it. If I had to do it over again, I just would have got the shot.
Once the storm is over, the cleaning begins. Did you expect to get this much snow?
No, but I also grew up here, so it's not surprising. I mean, I feel like there's always, if the snow's coming, it's going to come hard.
Residents across the Northland knee-deep in flurries, putting the work in so they can safely get out.
I mean, I woke up, I saw everything over here. My car was totally covered. I do have to go to a study group at some point today, so I'm doing this before I can leave and go do some homework.
For many, the cleanup just another part of being a Minnesotan.
I love this stuff.
Okay. So you don't mind cleaning too much?
No.
It makes me feel like I'm truly home.
While this is just another daily winter task for residents, law enforcement highlighting how crucial that local level cleanup is for the city.
Sir, it's really important that these sidewalks get cleared as quickly as possible so that people can get to work or get to the grocery store or get to the places that they need to go. Try to be a good neighbor, help people out if you can. Make sure that you're taking care of. Give them an extra hand if you can.
Shovelers ready to keep doing the work to clear their streets.
I'm for sure going to be out here again. I'm going to have to be, but that's okay. You live in Minnesota, so.
My dad taught me how to run the snowblower before he left, but I'm a little scared.
You think today's the day you try it out?
I probably should here because it's really heavy where the plow went through, but yeah, I don't know. It's intimidating.
It's all part of living here.
Yeah.